In a coastal city where the sea whispered secrets to those who listened, lived a young woman named Anaya. Her days moved quietly, like waves touching the shore and pulling back again. Anaya had learned to smile politely, even when her thoughts were loud and restless. Every morning, she walked along the beach before the city woke up, leaving footprints that disappeared behind her. She often wondered if her dreams would fade just as easily. Anaya worked at a small art supply store tucked between a bakery and a flower shop. She loved arranging colors, feeling that each shade held a different emotion. Yet she rarely painted for herself, afraid her work would never be enough. Most evenings, she sat by her window, watching the ocean change colors with the sky. The sea reminded her that change could be beautiful, even when unpredictable. One evening, during a sudden storm, the power went out across the neighborhood. In the silence, Anaya lit a candle and found an old sketchbook she had hidden away. The pages were blank, but they felt full of possibility. She hesitated, her hands trembling as she picked up a pencil. With one simple line, she began to draw. The drawing was imperfect, but it felt honest. That night, she slept deeply for the first time in months. The next day, she noticed colors more vividly than before. The blue of the sea felt deeper, and the sunlight seemed warmer. A regular customer at the shop paused to admire a small sketch near the counter. When the customer asked who created it, Anaya quietly said it was hers. The smile she received in return stayed with her all day. Encouraged, Anaya began drawing every night after work. Some days were filled with doubt, and others with joy. Still, she kept going, learning to trust her own hands. Weeks later, the art store announced a small local exhibition for employees. Fear crept in again, whispering reasons to stay hidden. But Anaya remembered how the ocean never asked permission to move. She submitted her work anyway. On the night of the exhibition, her heart raced as people stopped to look. Some lingered, some smiled, and some saw themselves in her art. For the first time, Anaya felt seen without needing to explain herself. That night, she walked along the beach under a sky full of stars. She realized that courage was not loud or dramatic. Sometimes, courage was simply choosing not to give up. Months later, her mornings felt lighter and her steps more confident. Anaya began teaching small art workshops for children near the shore. She told them that mistakes were just part of the story. One quiet evening, she returned to the beach with her sketchbook. On the first page, she wrote, "This is where I chose myself." The waves answered softly, as if in agreement. Anaya understood then that beginnings don't need permission. They only need a willing heart. And so, her story continued, one brave line at a time.